guys. Okay, again, we're working from Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare. We're going through Heigu Yoho, and now we are working on a very easy concept, but very few people really force it, is the fact of day of night communications. Without modern technology, day and night communications are quite difficult. In the day, you would use different coloured flags. This would be like move north, move west. It would have each flag would have a meaning. So like we have semaphore today, the flags in old Japan would have a meaning just by their colour, their shape, or the way they are moved. But at night, you can't see them. They're just black. So what they would do at night is they would have drums and they would have fire. So you can see fireworks, which, remember, the Chinese invented fireworks. You would have fire itself, you would have rockets, you would have sounds. You would also have conch shells. So you have to imagine that during the day, the samurai are trying to find, you know, that during the day they're sort of like signaling to each other, right, move there, do this, do that. And at night they're like, wake the camp, or let's move off, or extra guard, or this is the time we're moving out, and these are the signals. So fire would go and say, oh, okay, on that hill, that man's moving, the drums are going. So there would be a shift between night and day in the difference in which things happened in the camp. So don't forget, get yourself a copy of that, guys, the Natori U blank workbook, and it's not just for Natori students, for anyone who wants to follow through on the skills inside of real samurai warfare. Right, today everyone, we're going to working on Oshimae Dempo, the traditional ways of marching, and we're working from page 28 of Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare. So, what do we have here? If you're a bit worried about your full force, you can divide it into 2 or 3. You can have Sangun, or you can have 2 of them, basically. And what you need to do there, these are your main forces marching in order, and you need to use drums, taiko, and fire by night, and signal flags by day to say, you know, veer off this way, go that way, do what you're doing. Remember, the right-hand side is the side that is going out, and the left-hand side is the side that's coming in. So these are messengers, scouts, and everything. So your scouts go out, but remember, when they get to certain areas, they scout in that formation. They can scout, if they're doing it in groups, they do it with a single main scout, and then assistant scouts going up. We did videos on that, so go back into the playlist. Then out here you've also got Kyodo, which are local people, and they are contacted by shinobi ahead in advance. So when it comes to marching an army, that's the type of ways you're going to look at realistically getting the army out there on the march. Okay, today we are going to be talking about how to hide the Hatamoto. So first of all, what's a Hatamoto? Hatamoto is actually a big group, but it's actually more like the command group. Your Taisho is there, or the Shogun's there, the princes of the realm are there, your top generals are there, they're all chewing over, you know, bits of old leather, and they're like, let's get them people over there. And like, so that's... And what they have is lots of banners and flags and umajirushi, which are horse banners, and the winds go in, and they've got wonderful armour on, and they are prime targets for every man and his dog to shoot at. So you have to sometimes, if you feel it's necessary, hide the Hatamoto. Excuse me. Hide the Hatamoto. So here is where you would imagine seeing the Hatamoto. The main Matoi is there, the army is facing you, and everything's coming from there. You know, you see flags moving and all that. So you think, we're going to shoot all our arrows into here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's force our vanguard into there. Actually, the Hatamoto is here. There's no one there. There might be some drums maybe sounding. You might have your drums here, or you might move them across. But actually, there's signals going behind here. Maybe even Skyban messengers backwards and forwards to say what you should do with the signals. And actually, everybody's hitting the wrong place. So this is how to hide the Hatamoto. Remember, we're in the Natori blank workbook, and we're working from Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare. And this series is for everyone, Natori students and people who are not in Natori U. And if you want to join Natori U, just find us on Facebook, Natori U Hub. So today we're going to be working on O Matoi and Ko Matoi. So O Matoi means basically it's the big flag and Ko Matoi is the small flag. Now there are thousands of flags. So what makes the O Matoi different? Now this is problematic because we are specifically talking about Nato-Ryu here. It doesn't mean that this is only in this school, but what it means is that there's lots of different schools do different things, but the principle is the same. The names might be different, but the principle is the same. At the command point of the army is a massive flag, the O Matoi, and here. And if the army gets separated, there's a problem. You put it up, it just goes to a high point. Everybody goes back to it. That's your rally point. When the army's in formation, it will march with the army and move to the side or move back or go to the front. And all that will have different meanings within your army. But that is for another lesson. We'll go deeper into that. But basically, what you have to realize is that in samurai armies, they do have a central main standard, and this is what everybody rallies on. Sometimes they don't put it with the commander so it doesn't get all the fire. They put it off center so that whoever's getting it is just lower class people holding it, and the actual command center is not getting peppered with arrows and shot. So there's that to go. But we are here talking about the O Matoi. In Kusunoki Ryu, this is also called the Great Dragon Banner, and in different schools it has different names, but on the whole it means there is a banner in the middle, and you've got to rally to it or know where it is or know what it means when it moves. Right, today we're going to go through ambush sites. It's quite a straightforward one, this one, but basically these are your ambush sites. You've got mountains, so people will gather around mountains, in the crags, the crevices, things like that. They'll get into valleys, hoping for you to come past, and they can come out and get you. They'll also go into dense woods, so if there's dense woodlands, they'll go in there, and tall grasses. Now, these are your danger points. So, of course, you can ambush people from these positions, but also you need to be checking these positions. So this is combined with the scouting. You need to get your scouts all the time into these positions before you go anywhere near them. Remember, the scouts are way out ahead. So there's a mountain over there, get some scouts on it. If there's a valley, get some scouts into it, checking through all the crevices and rocks. If there's woods, get them going. And if there's grasses, especially with grasses, an old ninja technique is to go up as high as you can and look down to see the trails of people in the grass. So that's from a different school. That's not Nato-Ryu. But hopefully that will help.